What's up, everybody? Finn here, and today will be my first bit of content of a little weekly wrap-up, little breakdown of how the game went. Not be super long type deal, but I want to go over a couple key plays throughout the game that kind of helped kind of shape the way that it went. So my opponent this week was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the first thing I saw was this 72 points. And I was like, all right, cool. How did he do it? Well, 7 touchdowns, pretty solid efficiency, and only one mistake, really, on that game. And then I also noticed that he didn't really run the football a whole lot of times. I mean, 12 is a decent amount of times, but definitely more of a pass-heavy guy. The yardage, obviously, good distribution, so there wasn't a whole lot to get. So let's dive into how we attacked this this Tampa Bay pass game. And go from there. So the key thing, first of all, on defense, you're going to see a lot of using kind of weird players. All right, don't want to be predictable. Good passers can pick apart a good user. So that'll be something that you'll see me kind of do, as well as trying to use the switch stick here and there. And then on offense, it'll be about how we address with Amon-Ra St. Brown and all of those various things, because I mean, he's out. So here's one of the first key pass plays, and you'll see here, using branch against the 3. Trying to get a feel. A lot of guys, some people run RPOs, some people run screens, some people just expect you to user here, and they expect to get a guy behind. So first play was to come out, and of course he runs a screen. I get caught on the blocker. Normally in those scenarios I can jump down and kind of blow that up, but got caught on the blocker, so nice little quick screen early. Another thing here is you'll see the quick adjustment to the 2 shell in this area. So even though I might be in 1 high looks, eventually kind of disguising them as 2 high and then bringing down a man here. A look. So here's man coverage, and immediately on that left side gets kind of a weird win here in the slot. Chris Godwin look just right past him, and then while Melifonwu has a lot of range, I decided to opt for the tackle instead of trying to swat and make a play on that. Felt like he might have had just a good enough throw on me there. So first time in man coverage, you go, all right, cool. We got tested. That's all good. Here again, using that bubble, right, can kind of take that away. You really trust to stop the run. Don't want to give him free bubble screens by any means, especially when in zone coverage. And then from here, he ends up getting a good throw here to the sideline. Kind of felt like the corner could have made a better play. Caught me in a cloud flat. Again, right here, if he's throwing that football, I'm expecting that this man is making a play on it. The fact that this comes out flat and doesn't get picked is a little annoying, but it is Mike Evans in the corner, and he might have high pointed it, so cool. I believe here I jumped to this route that does really good job against some coverages, with the man motioning across and up down the sideline here with JMO. And I want to peek in here. So obviously, you know, there's the free 1 look if you get what you want coverage wise to X, and then you can always come back to RB and A. And I want to go ahead and point out what he did with his user. He's on Levante David here. So with no man crossing, we're in zone, and he's going to take Levante David, and he knows that he's probably in 2 here, and that's why I ran it to cover 2. So this flat is about to release here and give this open. So he knows this. So he's sprinting full speed. Now, if I play my cards right, I have either RB here, A here, or B here, right? But I really wanted to test this and see how good of that leverage he got was. He sprinted full speed, and he makes a good play on here and ends up breaking this pass up. So kudos to him. But I want you to remember this play for later in the game, knowing that, you know, when I call those plays early, you call it your first 15 in football, right? You come out, it's not, yes, you would love those plays to go well, but also how does that user defend those plays, right? How does he focus in on those things? How does he key in? And we're going to get to that here shortly, knowing that he's conscious that those plays are really good plays, and he likes to manually user them instead of hoping that the defense makes a play on it. So here we got 1st and 10. Very similar to that play where he threw the the screen on that first play, using branch on that trip set. So ball gets snapped. He's got a little cut in here by Godwin, or actually a little curl here by Godwin, and then I release this route to the sideline. So everything's covered. Left sideline here. The only person that's open here is Godwin, or maybe the running back. He thinks he's going to have the cut. And not only does Anzalone jump it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to user that as well. So we kind of covered the bases there quite well on the defensive side of the ball. And that's nice little out route there. Put me in conflict here. He sees the obvious one high. He wants that out. He's going to have a vertical here. So if he crashes out, you got the seam. And if he stays seam, it's out. It's a good read by him there. I user Joseph and bump there. Again, this is probably open, but this is a safer throw. I end up crashing down on the running back. This drive, he had done quite a bit of more check down stuff. Sometimes I like to user out there and see if they'll test it, right? Sometimes guys see it and they're like, nope, not throwing over there, and then they get some to the read. He does a good job at not really panicking, but reading the user. This is another thing for us is whenever we're gonna kind of get under this I form, you come out here and you see this, flip the play, super stacked box. The only closest player to JMO is right here. He's gonna insta win off the line of scrimmage. And at this point, you just need to lead this ball away from the one safety. Got a good loft on it from Jared and a big one-play touchdown. So, again, despite not having Amon-Ra St. Brown, still able to find some passes there, key passes there. And that's huge for us. So, and I think this is when we talk about earlier. So, we talked about earlier when I motioned that man across and Levante David, he used it all the way. This is what I went back to here, this motion Y post. And what I did here, right, is I know that he's conscious that these motions are really, really good, right? So last time he used David, I was hoping that he would do the same thing. David Williams comes across and goes up the field vertically. I'm hoping that he users that with David and then opens up this post underneath where David was. So first thing he does is he kills the off coverage to JMO, or the close coverage to JMO. He doesn't want that because that's an easy one play read. Then a safety drops in the box, and now I notice he's using this safety that's on him. So same deal as before. He's absolutely using that route. And what he does is he takes that player out of that middle of the field, and that post ends up popping open just as we expect. So we do a little high throw because I don't trust this DB or linebacker. I don't know who it is, but just that motion moved Whitehead and his user out of the way. And that was enough to find Laporta over the middle. So that's kind of why I wanted to do episodes like this, is kind of breaking down the flow of the game. Hey, we saw him earlier. He won that rep earlier with Levante David by using that. Cool. We go to another play with a similar window dressing. He uses himself out of the play, and then you can use that back door. So you can tell that this is a good passer. He's just gotten himself into bad situations. Here's a key play here. Using the back door. Safety, again, this is just the normal cover 3 show. I don't really make any adjustments. First thing I'm going to do is step down and take over the quick one, the crosser, because he still has to clear through linebackers. So we take away Godwin, and then we immediately gain a bunch of depth. Here comes this crosser across the field. He saw me with Godwin. He doesn't even see that I'm going to take this out. So we're able to secure another interception. Again, good patience. You could tell some guys that can kind of play that short game extremely well. He scores eventually here, I think. Yeah, good find to Mike Evans. Tight window throw, but, you know, big target guy. Finds him on the out route. I wonder if there's that play action PA outs. No. Yeah, that's a dangerous throw. And you know what, for me, if this is the kind of throw that we're forcing, that's perfect. That's a man in his face. You can't, you're not mad about that. That's just Mike Evans being Mike Evans. So let's break this one down. So he's got I think it's a fade and then an in. So I'm taking the in away. Fade is covered by Melifonwu, I believe that is down there. He does have this throw here if he wanted it. I don't know how close that safety's going to be able to make a play if he can lead that out. But he's going to go after that. And really, it's just the safety making a good play right at the contact. Kirby Joseph gets this football up in the air, and Jack Campbell just makes an athletic play. I probably need to just throw that ball to Y. But I really wanted it a little bit flatter. And not only that, David makes a play. So dipshit move here by me to come out here after a turnover and basically give the man 7 points and quite a bit of momentum. Not to mention we're getting the ball. So great drive, coming out, power run, kind of mixing it up. All right, this is a mistake by me. So one thing is I like to do is I like to give you a very, very obvious mismatch. He's in single back. I bring the box down, and I'm like, okay, cool. Look, it's so obvious that you have a rookie on Mike Evans, so I'm going to go user that. And as soon as the ball snapped, I know it's vertical. The problem is you can't trust these idiots to guard a single fucking guy. These two dudes both somehow let this man cross between them, and good find by him, but I was kind of hoping he'd be like Mike Evans, so we'll see. So now, I mean, the comeback is on. He's got this thing. He was down 21 points at some point. He's got it down to 3. He's already shut down my first second half possession. What are we going to do here? Because we're just struggling to get this football down the field now. We had the little drive for a field goal to end it at half, but now look, he's loading the box. He knows he can bring heat. He knows he can get defenders in the box. He knows that as long as he's being wary of Jamison Williams deep. And look, great decision to user my out route. I don't throw the out route this time. I check it down, but that was the read, was out to hitch. So I'm not the only one out here making unique usering decisions. Him using that outside corner, probably to play the deep ball, but cuts on the out. Cool. Forces me to check it down. Here I was possibly looking into running it flat, the little motion to the flat, but he was in he had his guys up on the line of scrimmage. So I go back to the one play that he made with Levante David. He's still in zone. I could possibly throw this out there, but he just does kind of a good job at shutting down all of the crossers. He doesn't chase that this time because he has the safety over the top. So I think we just check this down to Y and go ahead and make a nice little move and give. So a little bit of a chess match with that play. There's some looks at formations where I'm going to get that deep ball, but, you know, go to it, try it out once a half or something, see how it goes. Here's another look, same formation. This time I'm looking to see if he's going to give me this deep ball, if he's going to shift off of one high, especially with the weird safety alignment with him in the middle. Like normally they're kind of both there, and I was thinking, okay, maybe one of the safeties crashes. That isn't the case here. X is taken. I don't know if I tried it. RB is taken by his user. Yep, so we just find the middle of the field there, Isaiah Williams. It's tough, man. What a good user. Like, what a good, good decisions on defense. Really forcing each other to have to, play the check down game. Make your read. Come back home. So, I think here we're just going to run the football. Oh, this is a big touchdown run. Boom, boom, boom. Big play, Demo. So we get the run, and I see him crashing with David, and you can obviously make your decisions. You can flatten out. You could try to truck him. I like cutting right off the guard's rear end. So we're going to just kind of follow right off of the guard and bank on the over pursue. And then from here, Penne gets to the second level. Laporta's at the second level. Khalif Raymond's at the second level. And it's just following your blocks. Was absolutely crucial for me in this one. So here's that screen that I had mentioned earlier that you gotta kind of be careful of. So I'm always looking for it. This time I was I'm always just kind of watching the play side guard and tackle to see if they're gonna dip. And as soon as you see this and they take off, that's fine. I immediately switch stick over to Joseph. and then we're crashing in on the run, and we're able to go make a good tackle there with Brandon Joseph on the play. Stop, had a big run after a solid drive. Then we get a big stop here with 2 minutes to go. And again, you come down in your I form, and you see this, no safety help. And we're not changing. We're not doing anything. We're just gonna snap this football. And again, this safety's going, but this is Jamison Williams. And Jared's got just enough arm to get this lofted over. And now we're able to get this up to a 17-point game. And I think that was kind of the key plays there, right? And then from here, we're kind of pacing this game out, doing a lot of different, power run, but we're able to bring pressure, sit in coverage, not give up the deep ball. Here, user underneath there, good find. He's, again, one of the most fun games I've had, but the ability to fight, force 5 interceptions, and then kind of had those big plays on the run were really the true difference. From here, it's just kind of catch-up ball, and we're just kind of killing as much time as we can. So, GG's to my opponent. It was a great game, and I'm looking forward to many more back in PML.